It's a grand old flag, it's a high-flying flag. It's the emblem for me and for you. It's the emblem of the team we love, the team of the red and the blue.
Bill, I've noticed the players, they sit in front of monitors watching video of the previous game, and I guess they study the players of the coming week of the team they'll be playing. How does that work actually?
Yeah, look, the WAF will take vision of all games, and then we enlist help when we can to get some vision taken from behind the goals. And look, we try and marry those two up. There's a program called CIV that's run by Champion Data. They're the people who code the stats on game day. So basically the coach or someone at the footy club has to align the vision. So you simply work out where the first bounce is, and then that is time coded against all the stats, which then the program allows you to pull out any stat you want, and you can watch them sequentially, or you can just watch individual players. So we cut vision for the players of their own edits, and then we do fairly generic things like centre bounces and inside 50s and kick-ins that we like to ask the players to watch. And then depending on what we did in a certain week, they get a couple of extra things. So for instance, if in the first quarter our rebound 50s, we made a couple of blues, or we went the wrong way, then I can just cut 3 or 4 of them out. It's, once the alignment of the vision's there, you can filter it down really quickly and be really specific without having to watch the whole game and remember what time this happened and stuff. So look, it's a fantastic program. The players tend to, Monday nights we have it up ready for them. They get here starting about 4 o'clock, so they'll watch our vision generally on a Monday. And then when they get here on a Tuesday, which is our main training session, we moved on to the opposition, and I do the same thing for the opposition as we do for us. And then the players start watching that on Tuesday, and the coaches start getting hold of that, and we plan training for Tuesday around it. And then it also helps us with our selection on Tuesday.
Talking to Ward Harris on Falcons TV, and Ward, just explain for the folks that don't know what goes on behind the scenes, but you look after the players' welfare?
Yeah, that's right. So my role at the club is the player development manager. So I look after mainly the younger players, that 14 to really a Colts age player from say 14 to 19. My role basically is to try and find those next league footballers for the football club, which is quite an enjoyable role, but you do end up looking after quite a few footballers. Yeah,
and I guess you get your difficult cases and along the way?
Oh, you can do from time to time. We're probably pretty blessed up at the club with the boys that we have coming through, some really good kids, some really good characters that come from some good homes. But you do end up with a couple of boys occasionally that can be a challenge, but it's part of what makes the job enjoyable.
Yeah, it would be enjoyable. You sort of see the guys improve and along the way, and you must get a kick out of that.
Oh, absolutely. You see the boys even from 14s coming up into 15s, and we've just had a 16s group finish. Looking back at the photos that we took of them towards the end of last year, seeing how much they've grown. But then also as well, guys that you see, moving on into the AFL. We had Blake Akers and Nick Robertson that were drafted last year, and both have played some AFL footy this year. So it is a bit of a buzz watching those guys, continue to develop.
Steven Potente, and just about your background in footy, you came from Swan Districts?
Yeah, that's correct. Came across last year. I was at Swan Districts till 14s development. I played a lot of my juniors through the development there, and just glad to be come across to the good side.
How much did you have to adjust there to the new tempo?
Yeah, you have to adjust a bit. You got to obviously your work rate's got to be a lot higher than juniors. So and the tempo of the game's a lot quicker than junior football as well. So you have to adjust a little bit.
How often do you train at the moment?
Train 3 nights a week, play on the Saturday, and then rehab on a Sunday.
Every heart beats true for the red and the blue, and we sing this song to you.